chairman of Theme Team for about 20 years. John Boehner, who was conference chairman at the time, appointed me the chair in, I guess, 1997. And what Theme Team is kind of a weekly roundtable. Every Thursday morning at 9 o'clock at the Capitol, we would have a guest who would come in and speak for about 10 minutes, and then Q&A for the next 50 minutes. It was a 1-hour meeting, and it was designed to help us coordinate our message for 1-minute speeches, 5-minute speeches, special orders after hour, but just, you know, our message in general. We would have a pollster, Dave Winston, come in and say, this is what people like, this is what they disagree with. Frank Luntz, who's a kind of a wordsmith, would come in and say, focus groups like the term investment rather than increase, and, you know, kind of learn the language. But we had all kinds of thought leaders. Newt Gingrich was always a favorite. George Will would come in, Fred Barnes. We had celebrities. Carole King, the singer, was one, was a guest. Johnny Rivers, a singer who wrote the song Secret Agent Man. Herschel Walker, the great football player, was a guest of ours. Pat Sajak was, and it's interesting, Pat Sajak, the anchor on Wheel of Fortune, he was probably the most recognized person that we had. I'd walk through the chamber of the House many times with people like Steve Forbes who would come, and yet Pat Sajak, most people recognized him, and to his credit, every single person would come up to him and want an autograph. He would give it to him. He's one of the most gracious people that I've ever met. Pat Boone, same way. He was a guest at one time, and so but it gave members of Congress an off-the-record opportunity to talk to somebody who was a public opinion leader. And I know one time we had Buzz Aldrin, the second man to walk on the moon, famous astronaut, and he kept talking about the space program. We wanted him to, okay, look, we need you to not talk so long because we like to talk and ask our own questions. And so I think for members of Congress to be in a room where anything you say is okay because there's no press, it was a lot of fun. And I was chairman of that until I ran for Senate in 2013. So it's about a 20-year or 18-year period of time, something like that. And members of Congress, you didn't have to be a member of Theme Team, but we sort of had a regular cadre of maybe 30 people. Usually we had 15 to 20 members who would come, but it wasn't always the same group. And I really enjoyed it. Probably one of the most satisfying things that I ever got out of Congress, and it gave me an opportunity to get to know some of these public opinion leaders.